It's 101.1 WJRR with the Last Resort, Dickerman and Tommy, and we've got a special guest in studio.
Yes, someone who's almost as good looking as me and almost as muscular and tall as me. WWE superstar.
You say that with the man sitting right next to you, you know.
I know, and I'm taller than him.
He's sitting down, and he is the same height as you. That is a little,
Obvious this guy doesn't know that I'm a white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and therefore could probably choke him out or armbar him if he sticks his arm straight out.
Crazy
Just a warning.
jits at the white belt level.
Yes, if you just hold your arm out for him, he might be able to lock it in the lock position, but it's doubtful.
And I'm a yellow belt. Is that?
I think it's a kid's belt, isn't it? A yellow belt, I believe, is a children's belt. Maybe I know I've seen a few girls with that, but it's still good nonetheless.
Hey, it's a belt.
Yeah, the belt's a
Hold
belt.
your pants up.
All right, now, so you're doing this whole media tour because we've got the big move for SmackDown.
Yes, moving to My 65. And I guess we're October 3rd and 4th are the 2 days that we're doing it. We're showing like a WrestleMania recap, which was over at the Citrus Bowl this year.
Yeah, I seem to remember. So some small event they had at the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, just one of those tiny
minor
things where like 74,000 people showed up.
It's like the biggest event in the history of Orlando. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, It rings a bit of a bell.
Are we talking about my birthday party? Pretty sure that's what it was, right?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
Give or take.
I'm pretty sure no. It was WrestleMania. Now they're going to show it's kind of like a condensed version of WrestleMania the night before on My 65. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's just like set to music. It's kind of highlights things like that, and then kind of usher in the first night of SmackDown the next night, October 4th, on My 65. I guess it'll be 3 champions: Jericho, Triple H, and Matt Hardy will be in a triple threat match. That should be cool.
Oh, your good friend Matt Hardy. You guys go way
Matt
back.
Hardy, Triple H, and Jericho. I hate them all.
Yeah, you really do. Now the whole Matt Hardy thing, boy, that seemed to be what really started to catapult yourself. Because when we saw Edge just start to explode, you were always a big character on the show, but the deal with Matt Hardy and lead-in it catapulted everything. It seemed like.
Yeah, I think by that time I was already a heel. And that really kind of, did the springboard to get people to really hate me, and I just kind of took it and ran.
Yeah, did you know what an incredible ass you actually could be? I mean, did you know it was in you to be that much of a jackass?
Without a doubt. I pride myself on my jackassism. I decided that I wanted this character to have no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Yeah. And thankfully it doesn't, because I tried for 100% of the audience to hate me. I think I'm about up to 96.2.
Yeah, there's that 4% of chicks that still want to bang you. And
and that makes the guys hate me. So as long as we keep them on that side, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just makes it even worse, actually, for us guys.
As a doctor and lawyer, I really hate it when guys act like jackasses. What
are you a doctor of?
Pretty much everything. You need some plastic surgery, tooth whitening.
Tooth whitening, really?
Yes, and then I could sue you if it goes wrong.
Yeah, he's
so
actually...
I couldn't sue you if it went wrong.
No one can sue me.
You're a lawyer too.
I'm a white belt in jiu-jitsu. No one can sue me.
You're a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I am.
He really is. He's a doctor, a lawyer. He offers medical and legal advice. It usually goes really wrong, and we still have yet to see any sort of medical or legal degree.
It's in my car somewhere. I gotta find it.
We haven't seen the yellow belt either. White belt, sorry.
I've seen the white belt.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen the white belt.
Do you get notches on it? Did they give you little tabs?
He doesn't have tabs yet. You don't have any tabs yet, do you?
I really don't.
You got to show up to get your tabs, buddy.
I've been busy with work, okay?
Now, the next night, the SmackDown show, the regular show, will be moving to My 65 then.
Yeah, from that point on, every Friday night.
And this is a huge deal, because this is the highest rated show. This was the highest rated show on the old network, so moving over to 65, this is a big coup for them.
Yeah, it should hopefully be a big deal, and that's the show I'm on, so I'm pretty excited about it. It should be cool, and it's always interesting when you switch channels like that to see how it's treated. And the good thing is I think these people, they get it, and either you get wrestling or you don't.
Yeah, wrestling fans seem to find you, even if you move away for different channel. No, I'll find you.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You could have the rabbit ears, although I guess you can't now.
No
more rabbit ears.
February.
Yeah, February 2009.
No more rabbit ears.
A little bit of time. They keep
I'll miss
running
the rabbit ears.
Yeah, some people
Really,
actually still have them.
You'll miss them too, Dr. Lawyer.
I will.
He actually has them. He doesn't have a DVR in his house still. Jesus.
I have a VCR. It works just as well. I just have to remember to rewind it every night.
Set the clock.
Because The Hills is a good show, and I really need to see it when I get home.
You're just embarrassing yourself now in front of Edge.
I've never seen The Hills.
It's full of hot chicks.
Yeah, but the show really sucks. It's horrible.
There's pros and cons.
I mean, I've never seen it either.
Now, talking about you being on SmackDown, really, it seems like you've been the MVP of WWE this year. I think really overall. I mean, you're the guy that, you went to SmackDown. It was kind of felt like, SmackDown was maybe lower tier than Raw, but you going over there and the whole thing with Vicky Guerrero, which at first felt really filthy, but then like it was a good filthy after a while.
Well, that was the idea. I think my character is filthy. Anything I do should feel filthy. That's part of why people hate it. And so I kind of pride myself on the filthiness. And I think it's worked. But I've always said, the whole MVP or the best or this or that, it's too subjective. I mean, it's really hard to gauge that kind of thing, especially in our industry. I mean, if you're
being modest for such a bastard,
or whatever, then you can. I think it's easier. Whoever catch the most touchdowns, probably the best.
Yeah,
it's tough. All I try and do is, no matter what I'm given, is try and knock it out of the park. Whether I do or not, who knows?
I think people are enjoying it, even if you are a magnificent bastard.
I like that.
You are.
That could be my new handle.
Yeah,
screw this rated R superstar stuff. Magnificent bastard.
Well, you are on network TV, so it might be
I don't know if
sketchy.
I don't know if that'd fly.
It's TV PG now.
Have you ever done or said anything and like your parents call you and be like, "What are you, Adam? What are you doing?
Come on.
Why would you say that?"
Son.
Not really. No,
really?
No. I think they've. I think my mom's kind of gotten the idea of, what I'm doing and that I'm trying to push buttons.
When I first started on radio, I was like, do not listen at all. And my dad actually doesn't even know that I'm on the radio anymore. I will refuse to tell him.
Oh, God.
I think for me, my mom was just more like, don't break your nose. You try and keep your teeth, that thing, as opposed to, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, not to brag, but a few years ago, before Matt Hardy and Shane Helms were big stars, I went down to North Carolina to hang out with them for a weekend, and C.W. Anderson gave me 3 chair shots.
That was intelligent.
Yeah. And I showed my mom the video.
A lot, actually.
I showed my mom the video, and she started crying and made me promise I would never do anything like that again.
So you definitely couldn't do this for an occupation.
Oh, God, I still have the knots on the top of my head from 8 years ago.
Yeah, those don't really go away.
No.
It's not really any reason to take a chair shot for free.
It doesn't stand out on a resume.
Now, as far as you being this bad guy, there still are people that take it very seriously. There's people in this world. Do you ever worry? You go out to a restaurant. There's a guy that's there's a cook in the back. That son of a bitch.
Spitting in my food.
Yeah, spitting in your food. Yeah. Think about that. You just try and put that in the back of your head.
If he does, it's out of my control. And I think it's extra protein. What the hell? But I think people get it for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
But and generally, I'm probably not going to be in a place where the people that don't get it are.
Right. Hopefully.
Oh,
God, hopefully.
Otherwise, I might need you for a lawsuit.
Yeah. Just call me. They'll give you medical advice, legal advice, poisoning, and whatever.
When I'm not hosting a radio show, suing people or fixing people, I do some bodyguarding stuff on the side.
Yeah.
So I'll give you my card, and we can work some stuff out when you're in town or in
Parts
DC.
of a body or like a full body?
We'll get to that off air. We'll discuss prices.
All right. Well, the big move. It's October 3rd and 4th. Is that correct?
Yeah. October 3rd is the WrestleMania special, and then October 4th is the big one, the big special first ever SmackDown. And
are we going to see you back on TV? Because you're off right now, right?
Yes, I am resting in the pits of Undertaker's hell.
All right.
Just don't tell anybody.
So hopefully you're back by that big reemergence of that show.
We will see.
All right. Well, you got to tune in October 3rd and 4th. Check it out, My 65 Edge. Thank you for coming by today, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys.